And batting fifth, Lewis Steen. Batting sixth and playing center, Pierce Mitchell. The DH batting seventh, Judd Arrington. In left field, batting eighth, Zach Kirkendall. And rounding out the lineup, batting ninth and playing shortstop, Simmons Sowell. On the mound for the Reddies, it'll be Ethan Perry. A right-hander from McKinney, Texas. Right-hander from McKinney, Texas on the mound for the Reddies. We'll see if we can get you some stats for him. Has an ERA of 4.13 and is 5-1 on the year. If you're just joining us in the top of the first, Burson on the mound for the Tigers. Got Mitchell Jr. to fly out to deep right field for the first out, then back-to-back singles by Stevens and Myers. Had runners on first and second for the Reddies. A fly out to left by Argenbright, and then a strikeout of Lewis. Got the Tigers out of trouble in the top half of the first inning. Defense for the Reddies in left field. From left to right in the outfield, Mitchell Jr., Haskins, and Butler. Around the horn on the infield, Argenbright, Myers, Colasanta, and Stevens. And then behind the plate, the catcher for game two of the doubleheader is Sistinas. Final warm-up pitch for Perry. And Reebok will step in to lead off game two for the Tigers. Perry toes the rubber and winds, and he'll fire. That one's high for ball one. The 1-0 to Reebok. Outside. Nope. Caught the outside corner. 1-1. The Reddies still have the mild shift on for Reebok as he chops it to the right side. There's the second baseman, Colasanta, flips to Stevens for the first out. I'll bring in Cade Burris.
Number 22, Cade Burris.
Burris 0 for 3 in game one. That drops his average to 320. Still having a fantastic year is Burris. Takes one inside for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Perry. Breaking ball in the air to right field. Back goes Butler on the run. He makes the grab for the second out.
Number 4, C.W. Schrader.
Schrader now in for the Tigers. Hitting .305 on the year. Perry gets his sign. He's set. And the pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees. Here's the 0-1, just outside. And the 1-1 pitch from Perry, fouled back to the backstop, 1-2. One-two count to Schrader. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the first. Time called at the plate. The kick, the 1-2 pitch by Perry, swung on and missed. A fastball. Blew it by Schrader. And that retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Perry. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we'll go to the top of the second on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
Back from Rab Rogers Field, Bo Burson on the mound still for Ouachita. He'll face Corbin Sestinas, Daniel Colasanto, and Bryson Haskins for the Reddies. Burson was able to work out of trouble in the top of the first. Allowed 2 singles to Stevens and Myers with 1 out, but then got a fly out and a strikeout to get out of trouble. First pitch of the inning is high for ball 1. Two and 0. Sestinas is a freshman from Coral Springs, Florida, out of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Here's the 2-0. 2-1. Two one by Burson. Breaking ball spun out of his hand for ball 3. The set in the 3-1 by Burson. That is taken for ball 4. So a leadoff walk here to start the second inning. And we'll bring in Colasanto. Pitch by Burson's high for ball 1. When Burson has command, he's as good as any pitcher on this Tiger team. One 0 pitch is taken for a strike. Check on Sestinas, he's back safely. Here's the 1-1 from Burson. Strike called. Strike 3 called. Good pitch by Burson there. Freezes Colasanto. First out of the inning and the second strikeout of the game for Burson.
Number 7, Bryce Harris.
To bring up Bryson Haskins. Had the game-winning hit in game 1 of the doubleheader. He takes a breaking pitch for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Burson, fouled back to the screen. Oh, 2 to Haskins, a runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, fouled. Over near the first base coach. OBU softball came away with a 5-2 victory in game 1 of their doubleheader against Southern Nazarene. As there's a swing and a miss, strikeout number 3 for Burson here in this game. OBU softball is also up 2-0 currently over Southern Nazarene in the second inning of game 2 of the doubleheader. Nick Butler will step in for the Reddies. Runner on first, 2 outs. The pitch by Burson, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. The kick and the 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Good crowd on hand for Battle of the Ravine. A 1-2 from Burson. Flown in the air to shallow center. On comes Mitchum. He's coming, and is going to fall for a base hit. Runners on first and second for the Reddies on a bloop single by Nick Butler. That'll turn the batting lineup over, and Danny Mitchell Jr., the leadoff man, steps in. Pitch by Burson, right down the middle for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Good block by Burris. Burson worked out of a first and second 2-out jam in the first. We'll see if he can do it again here. Here's the pitch. Popped up foul, and I believe it will go out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. The set by Burson and the pitch. Curve ball outside. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch by Burson. Flown in the air to center. Back goes Mitchum. He has room, and he will make the catch for out number 3. So Burson works out of trouble yet again as we head to the bottom of the second. Tigers looking to break the ice here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Washita.
Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
We're in the bottom of the second. It's 4-5-6 for the Tigers. Cheney, Steen, Mitchum. As Perry's still on the mound for the Reddies. Had an easy 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. We'll see if the Tigers can get something going here in the bottom of the second.
Number 25, Jackson.
Cheney went 2 for 4 in game 1 of the doubleheader. With an RBI single and a double. The pitch by Perry on the outside corner. Perry on the mound getting his sign. He's set. The 0-1 to Cheney. Out of play. Perry ahead in the count 0-2. Looking to put him away. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him. Cheney swung over a changeup for the first out.
Number 1, Lewis. Steve.
We'll bring up Lewis Steen, hitting .267 on the season. The pitch by Perry, and that one's laced but foul down the left field line. The 0-1 to Steen. Check swing. Did he hold up? No, he did not. He appealed down, and the first base umpire says he did swing. So 0-2. Perry shakes off Sestinas. Finally, they come to an agreement. And the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to third, a diving attempt, but it's off the glove of the third baseman Argenbright, and Steen will head to second. They'll call it a double off the glove of Argenbright. So a one-out double, and the Tigers have a runner in scoring position. Piers Mitchum steps in for Ouachita. And the first pitch from Perry is fouled back. The 0-1 pitch. Just a bit low. Good eye by Mitchum. No score, bottom of the second. Tigers have a runner on second and one out. Mitchum takes one outside, 2-1. Mitchum had a pair of singles in game one of the doubleheader. We'll see if he can keep it going here. And the 2-1. That one's in the air to center field. Haskins makes the grab. Steen thought about tagging, but decided to hold up at second, 2 away.
Number 7, Judd Arrington.
Judd Arrington now in for the Tigers, hitting 200 on the season. Does have a home run and 5 RBIs. The pitch is fouled to the screen for strike one. And Perry will step off. Only at 19 pitches here with 2 outs in the second inning. The 0-1 is a breaking pitch, and it's a beauty on the outside corner. Oh, 0-2 to Judd Arrington. Looking to pick up a 2-strike, 2-out RBI base hit. The pitch from Perry. High for ball one. The kick and the 1-2 fouled out of play. Perry setting the 1-2 in the dirt, and it gets by Sestinas. That will allow Steen to advance to third. We'll see if they call that a wild pitch or a pass ball. I assume it will be a wild pitch. And it is, as Steen advances to third. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Steen at third. Tigers could use a base hit right here. And Arrington will step out. Perry's set. Here comes the 2-2. Flown in the air to right. Butler under it and makes the catch. So the Tigers can't cash in. Steen at third. They strand him. And we'll go to the top of the third. Burson back to work for the Tigers on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Burson back to work for the Tigers. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 for the Reddies. Stevens, Myers, and Orgenbright. First 2 innings, Burson has gotten into first and second 2-out jams. We'll see if he can avoid that this inning. But he's going to have to go through the top of the Reddy order. Stevens singled right up the middle in his first at-bat. And the first pitch to him is low for a ball. The 1-0 from Burson. Big swing and a miss on the changeup. Here's the 1-1, breaking ball outside. The set in the 2-1 from Burson is on a hop to Schrader, who makes a good sliding play and throws Stevens out. Myers now in, who singled to left in his first at-bat. And the first pitch from Burson floats in there for strike 1. The 0-1, another breaking ball out of play. Ahead in the count, Burson. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high. The 1-2 pitch, fouled out of play. The 1-2 to Myers, a breaking ball, and it's popped up on the infield. Sal is under it, and he makes the catch.
16, Morgan Bright.
Argenbright in for the Reddies. Flew out to left in his first at-bat as Burson delivers a breaking pitch on the outside corner. The kick in the 0-1 on the ground to Cheney. He'll take it himself for out number 3. A good inning by Burson, 1-2-3. Tigers looking to open up the scoring here in the bottom of the third. We'll be back after this on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It'll be Zach Kirkendall leading things off for the Tigers in the bottom of the third. Ethan Perry still on the mound for the Reddies. Tigers have not been able to solve the mystery that is Reddy pitching this afternoon. Have 2 runs in the first inning of game 1 of the doubleheader, and since then it has been all zeros put up by the Reddy pitching staff. We'll see if Ouachita can get on the board here in the bottom of the third with Kirkendall stepping in. Perry likes to take his time on the mound. Stark contrast to Burson for the Tigers, who gets it and throws it right away. Here's the pitch by Perry. On the ground, the third. Plays made by Argenbright, and Kirkendall is retired. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the third. And Simmons Sowell coming up for the Tigers. First pitch to him. Inside. The kick and the delivery popped up out of play, 1-1. Here's the pitch on the way. Outside, 2-1. Sowell looking for his first hit of the day as he grounds one too short. Myers up and over, and Sowell is out number 2.
Number 2, Tyler Reba.
Top of the order now for the Tigers. Tyler Reebok grounded to second in his first at bat in the first inning. squares the bunt. It's down the third baseline, excuse me, and he is safe. We've seen the Reddies put that shift on all day against Reebok, and that time he made them pay and just laid a bunt down and reaches first base. Never understood why more people don't do that when they are being shifted on by the defense. Might as well. It's a free base hit if you can get that bunt down. Might as well try. Burris up, and he takes a fastball on the inside corner. The 0-1 by Perry. There goes Reebok. The pitch is high. The throw is not in time. Reebok swipes second. It's his second stolen base of the afternoon, his 14th on the season. It was a bang-bang play. A bang-bang play, and Reebok got in just under the tag, said the field umpire. Saw Colasanto asking the field umpire, joking around with him, wanting a replay. Well, OSDN would have had him covered if he'd have just came over to the truck and asked us. We would have gotten him a replay. But too late now, as it's 1-0, or 2-1, excuse me, to Burris. Tigers could use a 2-out base hit, as there's ball 3 to Burris. The set and the 3-1 outside, ball 4, so Burris works a walk. First and second now for the Tigers, with Schrader up and an RBI opportunity.
Number 4, C.W. Schrader.
Perry now at 32 pitches for the Reddies. As Schrader, who struck out in his first at-bat, chops one to the left side and through, a base hit. They're going to send Reebok from third. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Reebok is safe, and the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. A big base hit for C.W. Schrader.
Number 25.
The throw from Mitchell Jr. in left was almost in time to get Reebok. If it had been more towards home plate instead of up the third baseline, they would have had a chance. But Reebok got in there safely, and the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Now Cheney up, looking to cash in a couple more and put up a crooked number here for the Tigers. That one's up the middle, a base hit. Here comes Burris around third. He's going to score 2-0. The Tigers, with two two-out RBI singles, have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. A throw from center field hits Schrader on the leg. He's walking that off. He's hopefully okay as he's back on the bag. And Lewis Steen up to bat. The pitch to him by Perry outside. 1-0 from Perry. That one's into left field, a base hit. They are going to hold Schrader at third as the throw comes in and is cut off by Myers. But 3 singles in a row. And we're going to have a conference on the mound. 3 2-out singles in a row for the Tigers. And there is action in the Reddy bullpen. Coach Hooten out to visit with Perry. As the Tigers have cashed in twice this inning already. I'm looking to make it more. The inning started with 2 ground outs. The Tigers had 2 outs and nobody on. The single by Reebok, a walk to Burris, and then an RBI single from Schrader, an RBI single from Cheney, and then the single to left by Steen has given the Tigers a 2-0 lead, and the bases loaded with 2 outs, and Pierce Mitchum coming to the plate. A base hit here would really make it a big inning for the Tigers. The kick and the pitch by Perry inside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs. The kick and the 2-0 pitch from Perry is popped up in foul territory. Stevens makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd. But the Tigers cashed in 2 big 2-out RBI singles from Schrader and Cheney have given the Tigers a 2-0 lead. Burson back to work here after this message on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
It'll be Alec Lewis leading things off for the Reddies here in the top of the 4th. The Tigers have a 2-0 lead after a pair of 2-out RBI singles from Schrader and Cheney in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Lewis is flown in the air to center. Mitchum is there, and there's the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Sestinas. He walked in his first plate appearance. As Burson delivers, fastball high for ball 1. The 1-0 in the air towards the right field line. On comes Steen in foul territory. He makes the play.
Number 2, Daniel Colasanto.
So a couple of quick outs for Burson and Lewis and Sestinas, and now Colasanto stepping in for the Reddies. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance. And he'll take this one high for ball 1. Colasanto now hitting .337 on the season. Has a pair of homers and 27 RBIs. The 2-0 from Burson. Outside, ball 3. Colasanto, the senior from Garland, Texas, out of Bishop Lynch High School. As he takes that one on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the 3-1. That one's outside, and Colasanto will take the 2-out walk.
Number 7, Harrison Haskins.
Haskins now up for the Reddies. Struck out swinging back in the second inning and pops that one foul and out of play. Here's the 0-1 by Burson. High for ball 1. Breaking pitch floats in there for strike 2. Burson 1 strike away from getting the Tigers back to the plate. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. And Haskins was out in front. That's the 3rd out as the Reddies strand a runner at first. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Arrington leading things off for the Tigers on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Tigers coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Judd Arrington will lead things off. Kirkendall and Sowell to follow, as Perry is still on the mound for the Reddies. Tigers cashed in 2 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd. We'll see if they can tack on a few more here this inning. Again, it's a 7-inning game.
Number 7, Judd.
So a little bit shorter and a little bit more urgency for both teams as we get into the later innings. Perry is set. First pitch to Arrington is down and away for ball one. Arrington flew out to right in his first at bat. And the 1-0 pitch. High for ball two. Arrington ahead in the count 2-0, and he takes that one for ball three. Kirkendall on deck for the Tigers. The 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball four. So a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for Arrington.
Number 3.
And Kirkendall coming up for the Tigers.
Kirkendall.
Kirkendall grounded out to third in his first at bat, and he takes that pitch for a strike. The 0-1 on the way, outside. Another pitch outside, 2-1. Arrington at first, 2-1 count on Kirkendall, and he pops one up in foul territory. On the run is the right fielder as they're all converging, and it falls for a foul ball. It was going to be a tough play for Steven Colasanto. The only one who really had a chance to make that play was Butler, and he couldn't get there in time. Here's the set by Perry. And the pitch. Line drive into right field, a base hit. Arrington will hold at second as the throw comes into second. Good piece of hitting right there by Kirkendall. Shortened up with 2 strikes and took that breaking ball to right field, and I believe we may have a pitching change. And we will. It'll be a right-hander coming in. We'll see if we can tell you who it is as soon as we can get a number. It is Cade Tucker, a redshirt sophomore from Conway, Arkansas. Also plays third base for the Reddies. See if we can get you some pitching stats for him. He has a 6.19 ERA. That's really due to one bad appearance, which was his last one out on April 25th. He gave up 7 earned runs in 2 innings pitched against the Savage Storm of southeastern Oklahoma State. If you take that appearance out, his ERA is only 2.57 though. So 16 innings pitched and 11 earned runs. He's set to face Simmons Sowell for the Tigers. He's coming into a 1st and 2nd no-out jam. Tiger offense all of a sudden came alive with 2 outs and nobody on in the 3rd inning. Since then, the Tigers are 5 for 6.
Number 9, Simmons Sowell.
And Sowell will come to the plate. Tucker looking in to get his sign. Checks on the runners. And the pitch. Sowell squares the bunt and it pops foul over near the Ready dugout. We'll see if Sowell squares the bunt again. And he will, as they'll check on the runner at second, Arrington, and he's back safely. And Calasanto wants another replay. They may have checked on the runner at second just to see if Sowell was going to bunt. He was going to square a bunt again, and he did, so you can expect it here. The 0-1 pitch, it's bunted fair. It'll be played by the 3rd baseman, and he makes the play, but a good job by Sowell to get the bunt down and advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
Number 2.
And that'll bring up Reebok and the top of the order for the Tigers. Reebok 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. And the Reddies will have their infield in, and an intentional walk will be issued to Reebok. We'll set up the double play for Henderson, and now the middle infield will play back for the double play. Corners still in a bit for the Reddies. If the ball's hit to them, you can expect them to go to the plate. So Burris up here, he's 0 for 1 in the game, but he has a big opportunity with the bases loaded and 1 out. The first pitch by Tucker is outside. 1-0, high for ball 2. The one thing about intentionally walking someone with runners on second and third and first base open is it does load the bases, and you got to make sure your pitcher can throw strikes. The 2-0 on the way from Tucker, inside ball 3. Nowhere to put Burris. Three and 0 the count. Here's the pitch. High ball 4, and that'll force in a run. The Tigers now lead 3-0 on the bases loaded walk. That's where the intentional walk comes back to bite you a little bit. So an RBI for Burris. And now Schrader in for the Tigers. First pitch by Tucker is a breaking ball on the inside corner. The 0-1 from Tucker. Foul tipped at the plate. 0-2 on Schrader. Tucker ahead in the count, 0-2 on Schrader. He'd love a strikeout here or a double play. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. It pops out of the glove of the catcher, but Schrader is out. And that's out number 2.
Number 25, Jackson.
It'll bring up Cheney, who has had some really good swings this afternoon in games 1 and 2. Had the RBI single last inning to make it a 2-0 game. Tigers could use a pick-me-up from him right here. Tucker's set, and the pitch to Cheney. Breaking ball, strike 1. Here's the set in the 0-1. Fouled back to the screen. So Tucker now 1 strike away from holding the Tigers to 1 run. Tucker's set. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. He'll throw to home. And the pitcher covering steps on home plate and completes the play. The Tigers get 1 run on the bases loaded walk to Burris. They lead 3-0. Heading to the top of the 5th. Burson still on the mound on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Reddies up here in the top of the fifth. Butler, Mitchell Jr., and Stevens. Burson has looked phenomenal the past 2 innings on the mound for the Tigers. Gotten a couple jams the first 2 innings, but has settled down in the third and the fourth. And we'll look to keep it going here in the fifth. Burson has 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. As Butler steps in and fouls it back for strike 1. The 0-1 by Burson, flown into left field. Back goes Kirkendall, and he makes the play, running to his right for the first out. Mitchell Jr. is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of flyouts. Takes that one on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That one's lined down the right field line, foul. Burson ahead in the count 0-2. Looking for his 5th strikeout as that one's low. Here's the 1-2. Lined into left field, a base hit. 2-strike hit for Mitchell Jr. And now Stevens up for the Reddies. The set and the pitch by Burson. Change up in there for a strike. Garrett Hermes headed to the bullpen for Washita.
All day.
As there's a check on Mitchell Jr. at first. And the 0-1 to Stevens. Good breaking ball in there for strike 2. Another check on Mitchell, he's back. And the 0-2 by Burson. Change up, had him out in front, and he popped it up. Back goes Sowell, in comes Kirkendall, and he makes the grab. And now Joe Myers, the shortstop, up for Henderson. 1 for 2 with a single in the first. Pitch by Burson is high for ball 1. Tiger softball team up 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th over the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm and have the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. So good job, Tiger softball, well on their way to sweeping the doubleheader this afternoon. 1-1 pitch to Myers. Ball 2. The set and the 2-1. Flown in the air to center. Mitchum is there. Coming in. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Burson strands Mitchell Jr. at first. And the Tigers have a 3-0 lead heading to the bottom of the 5th on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Lewis Steen leading off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tucker still on the mound for the Reddies. Steen 2 for 2 in game 2 of the doubleheader with a double and a single. First one from Tucker is line just foul. The wine in the 0-1. Strike 2. And the 0-2 on the way to Steen outside. And the pitch on the way. That one's in the air to left field. Back goes Mitchell Jr. He has room. And he makes the catch.
Number 5, Pierce Mitchum.
Mitchum 0 for 2. With a fly out and a pop-up. First pitch from Tucker, floats in there for a strike. Tiger softball team with a final over at Sully Anderson Field at 8-0 in 5 innings. Congratulations to them on sweeping the doubleheader this afternoon as that one's lined to second for out number 2.
Number 7, Judd Arrington.
Arrington now up as he fouls one out of play. The line and the pitch by Tucker on the inside corner. Here's the 0-2. Chopped foul into the Tiger dugout. Here comes the 0-2. Just got a piece, did Arrington. We'll do it again. Line and the 0-2 on its way high for ball one. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the ground to the left side. Gloved by Myers. Throw and a great play going to his right, backhanding it and throwing on the run for the third out. Tucker makes quick work of the Tigers in the fifth. We'll head to the top of the sixth on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Burson still on the mound for the Tigers here in the top of the sixth inning. Argenbright, Lewis, and Sestinas up for the Reddies. Argenbright once again went 3 for 4 in game one of the doubleheader. So far 0 for 2 here in game two. Pitch from Burson, a little bit low. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, chopped to Cheney at first. Flips to Burson for out number one. Alec Lewis up for the Reddies, hitless today. Oh for 5 in total on the afternoon. Burson's pitch fouled back. The 0-1, another foul, 0-2. The 0-2 by Burson. Breaking ball, strike three called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Lewis sits down for the second out of the inning. Sestinas now up. And the pitch by Burson floats in there, strike called. The 0-1 by Burson. Fastball fouled out of play. Here comes the 0-2. Backs up on him, 1-2. Burson looks in, he gets his sign, he's set. And the 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball high. Evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch by Burson is chopped on the ground to Reebok. Plays it on a couple of hops. Fires to Cheney in time to get Sestinas. So a quick inning by Burson. The Reddies go 1-2-3. Tigers looking to tack on some insurance runs before the top of the 7th on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Tucker still on the mound for the Reddies here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Kirkendall, Sowell, and Reebok up for Washita as they look to tack on some insurance runs. They have a 3-0 lead, 3 outs away from victory, but would like a couple more runs here to take into the top of the 7th. Kirkendall is 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded to third in the 3rd inning and singled in the 4th. Tucker with the wind, and the pitch is inside. The 1-0 pitch floats in for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch outside. The 2-1. Grounded up the middle. A diving attempt by Myers, but it's through for a base hit. Kirkendall 2 for 3 on the afternoon.
Number 9, Sowell.
Sowell sacrificed in his his last plate appearance. Grounded to short in his first. Flies one in the air to right. Butler makes the catch for out number 1.
Number 2, Tyler Reebok.
Got him.
Check on Kirkendall. He's back safely. Reebok up for the Tigers. 1 for 2 was intentionally walked in the 4th inning. Another check and a close play at first. Kirkendall just back in. You can tell the Henderson side of the crowd really wanted that call, but umpire says safe. Pitch to Reebok. Fouled. Back and out of play. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Reebok down 0-2 with Kirkendall at first, and we'll have time called. The kick and the pitch just got a piece. Up and away, 1-2. Tucker is set. Here's the 1-2, and there goes Kirkendall. It's a high fly ball down the right field line. Who wants it? It'll be the second baseman, Colasanto. Makes the grab for the second out. That was a big league pop-up, as they say. Burris in for the Tigers. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a run scored. The pitch by Tucker in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch. Almost hit him. In the top of the 7th, it will be 7-8-9 for the Reddies. As that one's chopped, foul. They're going to call a foul ball. So that play is negated. Looks like it almost hit the third base bag, but they're going to call it a foul ball. Kirkendall will have to go. Well, I don't know what we got going on here. Kirkendall will be at second, and Burris heads down to first. Not sure what the call is here. And the Henderson fans are not too happy. I have no idea what the call is. The home plate umpire called it a foul ball, and I thought it was possibly fair when it was hit, but then the ball gets knocked over to the OBU dugout, and Kirkendall keeps on running to third. The Reddies tag him out, but it was a foul ball, so the play was negated. And now they're going to let Burris go to first. And I don't even know what the call is. But the Tigers have runners on first and second. Kirkendall at second, Burris at first. I'm not sure whether to give him a base hit or what to give him. Coach Hooten's not happy at all. The home plate umpire clearly called it a foul ball. And now they're going to give Burris first base. So maybe the home plate umpire overturning and calling it a fair ball, but in that case, Henderson's got to be upset that they don't get the out at third, where Kirkendall was trying to go first to third and they tagged him out. So a very confusing play. I guess we'll give Burris a single. That's what the scoreboard's giving him, so we'll give him a single. And it'll bring up C.W. Schrader. And if Ouachita cashes in here for a run, you can expect the Henderson fans to not be very pleased. And Coach Hooten probably won't be too pleased either. And I gotta say, I can't blame him. The first pitch is outside to Schrader. In the dirt. We're 2-0 now to Schrader. The only other possible thing that it could have been was catcher's interference, but I highly doubt that. Did not see the bat of Burris hit the mitt of Sestinas. 2-0 in there for a strike. The 2-1 from Tucker, grounded to third. Morgan Bright will step on the bag and the side is retired. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Tigers. They hold a 3-0 lead. Ouachita looking to close out the back end of this weekend series and avoid a sweep here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Burson looking to complete the game and throw a shutout here in the 3rd game of the weekend series of the Battle of the Ravine. He's on the mound looking to finish what he started. It'll be Colasanto, Haskins, and Butler for the Reddies. 7, 8, 9, with the Tigers holding a 3-0 lead, 3 outs away from victory. Colasanto is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking back in the 2nd. Did draw a walk in the 4th. First pitch to him on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike two. Here's the 0-2 from Burson. Swing and a liner, but caught at first by Cheney for out number one. It'll bring up Haskins 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch by Burson spikes a breaking ball for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Right down central, strike one. The pitch by Burson, breaking ball, grounded up the middle, a base hit for Haskins. It'll bring up a pinch hitter in the form of Josh Aguilar. And he takes that one outside for ball one. Aguilar started game one of the doubleheader and went 1 for 3 with an RBI single. The 1-0 pitch on the inside corner, strike one. The 1-1 from Burson. Fouled at the plate, 1-2. One and two to Aguilar. Here's the pitch by Burson. Outside. Tying run is in the on-deck circle if Aguilar can get on. Two-two pitch, just outside, full count. Don't want to walk him here if you're Burson. Full count to Aguilar. And the payoff pitch, fouled. Tigers lead 3-0 here in the top of the seventh. The payoff pitch, chopped, foul yet again. Aguilar has been a tough out all afternoon. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, and he lost it. Aguilar draws the walk. And now the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Danny Mitchell Jr. the top of the order for the Reddies. Burson now at 103 pitches. And it looks like Coach Howard will come out for a visit. We'll see if he wants to make a move. And I don't think he does. I think this is just going to be a conference at the mound, just to calm Burson down. Tying run is at the plate. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Tigers lead 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs away from victory. The Harding Bisons are leading Arkansas Tech 5-0, so in all likelihood a loss today would eliminate the Tigers from the conference tournament, as that one's fouled out of play. A must-win game right here for the Tigers. Oh, 0-1 to Mitchell, and the pitch. Strike 2. The set by Burson, and the 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out for out number 2. A big strikeout by Burson. It wasn't the best breaking ball he'd thrown this afternoon, but it did the trick, and it got him with the speed. So now Grayson Stevens in for the Reddies. Here's the set and the pitch. Up and away for ball 1. The 1-0 to Stevens. That one is lined foul for strike 1. You like to take care of it here. You don't want to get Joe Myers up there. Myers with 11 home runs on the season, slugging .648. Do not want him at the plate with a chance to give the Reddies the lead. Here's the 1-1 to Stevens. Breaking ball, strike 2. Tigers are 1 strike away. Burson looking to finish what he started. Here's the set and the 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. The 1-2 by Burson, outside. 2-2. Deuces wild, the pitch by Burson, high, ball 3. The count has run full to Stevens. 3-2, 2 outs. The tying run at the plate. Tigers leading 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Burson at 111 pitches. Here's the set. The runners will take off, and the pitch on the way, foul. Do not want Joe Myers at the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Grounded, the right side and through for a base hit. Will score one. That's Haskins scoring for the Reddies. The pinch runner done around to third. Stevens with an RBI single. And the dangerous Joe Myers coming to the plate for the Reddies. Burson will stay in, I believe, for the Tigers. No, Coach Howard's going to make a pitching change. And who will it be? A great pitching performance for Burson here in game 2 of this doubleheader. And it will be Ben Miller coming in relief again for the Tigers. Came in relief in game 1, now again in game 2. Well, what a job by Bo Burson here this afternoon. 1 run so far. He is responsible for the runners on first and third, but 6 2/3 innings pitched and 1 earned run. Just a phenomenal performance. Also coming away with 6 strikeouts, so just a great job by him. And Ben Miller will be in relief. Once again, the Tigers must win this game to stay alive for the GAC Conference Tournament. The Harding Bisons are leading the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys 5-0 in Russellville currently. So barring a comeback by the Wonder Boys, Ouachita must win to stay alive. It'll be first and third. Tigers leading 3-1 here in the top, of the 7th, and the dangerous Joe Myers coming to the plate. The Tigers have been fortunate so far this afternoon. Myers has come up in some big RBI opportunities, but hasn't cashed in yet. We'll see if they can wiggle out of trouble one more time. Myers hitting .298 with 11 home runs and 48 RBIs. Is slugging .641 on the year, has an OPS of 1.068. So a very, very dangerous hitter, and one that can certainly put one in the gap or over the fence and tie or give the Reddies the lead. Big spot for Ben Miller. Pitched well in relief in game 1 this afternoon. Just need 1 out, do the Tigers to come away with a victory. So Myers will step in. He's 1 for 3 in this game, a single in the first and a couple of flyouts. The set by Miller in the pitch gets away from Burris and will allow the runner at first to advance to second. That's a pinch runner. Number 42, Whitmore. And now the tying run is in scoring position. On the wild pitch. 1-0 to Myers. Here's the set and the pitch by Miller. Fouled off toward the Tiger dugout. One and one the count. 2 outs. Tigers 1 out away from victory. The pitch to Myers. Backs up just inside 2-1. Miller gets his sign. He's set yet again. And the 2-1. Backs up, ball 3. On deck is Argenbright, Caden Argenbright. Already with 1 home run on the afternoon. Hitting .383 on the year is Argenbright. The 3-1 on its way to Myers. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1 strike away from victory are the Tigers. The set by Miller and the payoff pitch. Chopped in front of the mound. Miller has it. Bare hand in time, and this one belongs to the Tigers. They win by a score of 3-1 and have salvaged a game of this weekend series here in the Battle of the Ravine. Ben Miller comes in and retires Joe Myers to get the Tigers a victory, but what a pitching performance for Bo Burson. 6 2/3, 1 earned run. He allowed 5 hits and struck out 6. An outstanding job for Bo Burson of the Tigers. This is the last broadcast of the season for us here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, but we want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in at this weird academic and athletic season for Ouachita here in Arkadelphia. We just want to say thank you for tuning in. We've had a lot of fun bringing you these games, and what a way to end it here with OBU coming up with a 3-1 victory over Henderson State to salvage a game here in the Battle of the Ravine. OBU is going to be heading to Southern Nazarene next weekend to take on the Crimson Storm. They'll need the Harding Bisons to be swept by the East Central Tigers, and OBU needs to sweep Southern Nazarene to come away with a spot in the GAC tournament. But hey, crazier things have happened, so be on the lookout for that next weekend. So for the whole OSDN crew, I am Preston Crowder. Once again, the Ouachita Tigers defeat the Henderson State Reddies 3-1 here today in the Battle of the Ravine. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed evening.